Digitally connecting rural India. Digital India is a Government of India's ambitious plan. Digital India plan aims to digitally connect all of India's villages and gram panchayats by broadband internet and thus promote e-governance. This will transform India into a connected knowledge economy. By the year 2019, the Digital India program envisages that 250,000 Indian villages will enjoy broadband connectivity and also universal phone connectivity. This is truly a visionary and commendable initiative. However, to implement this vision in a country where most of the population resides in rural areas is very challenging. It can be best done by creating digital town squares. These digital town squares are basically tower-based sites that enable the smart villages and would become a focal point for providing information, social, e-learning and e-governance services to the villages. This way they can become the springboard for rapid economic growth in the rural areas. This program has been envisaged by the Department of Electronics and Information Technology. The program will be implemented in phases from the current year till 2018. The Digital India is a transformational in nature and it would ensure the government services are available to the citizens electronically. It would also bring in public accountability through the mandated delivery of government services electronically. It will be a unique ID-based, interoperable and integrated government applications and databases. Digital India obviously is a national agenda, which aims to ensure that the government services are made available to all citizens electronically by improving online infrastructure and by increasing internet connectivity. It was launched in 2015 by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The initiative includes many plans to connect rural areas with the high-speed internet networks. Digital India has three core components. They are creating a digital infrastructure. Secondly, delivering services digitally. And third, initiating a digital literacy all over, that is, by way of training, etc. India has a population of more than 1.25 billion, out of which 52% of the population is below the 25 years of age, which is considered as a huge, very huge population dividend. It has more than 900 million mobile connections already. Of this, nearly 130 million are supposed to be smartphones and there are 200 million internet users. India online population therefore is growing steadily. According to the sources, internet sources are the mostly used in urban areas as compared to the rural areas, but the trend is likely to be changed in the coming times. This is obvious because of the central government and state government initiatives that are taking place all over. Government policies have made the differences today, as there are nearly 1100 schemes that can be assessed across India. The major emphasis is therefore being given to provide better services to the people alongside improving internal efficiency. This program, the Digital India program, also brings all the ministries, state governments under one umbrella through which it can promote various economic activities. Through these initiatives, there will be creation of more job opportunities and people's aspirations can also be met. This will create a convenience to all citizens and information will be easily available, there will not be any standing queues and the transactions will be hassle-free. In future prospects, this will help in bridging the gap between rich and poor and all can be at a same platform to avail services. One of the best examples in today's scenario is IRCTC, that is Railways, booking and cancellation of rail tickets online. In recent times, it has seen a major shift in people's perception of booking and cancellations of railway tickets. Let us take a look at various aspects of Digital India project in detail. The Digital India project involves, as said before, as many as 2.5 lakh villages. There will be universal phone connectivity, and there will be net zero imports by 2020, and there will be 4 lakh public internet access points. Wi-Fi will be a major component in this, and it will be provided in as many as 2.5 lakh schools and all the universities. Public Wi-Fi hotspots for citizens will be provided. There will be training for information technology for the citizens of India. Telecom and electronics job creation will be another aspect. Direct and indirect e-governance and e-services will be a major part of this. The Government of India entity, that is Bharat Broadband Network Limited, which executes the National Optical Fiber Network projects, will be the custodian of the Digital India project. Finally, optical fiber cable will be laid out in more than 68,000 village panchayats. As said before, the digital town squares will be the major focus and the major component of this Digital India program. Globally, cities have an open public space like town squares. They become a focal point for recreational and social activity. In a similar fashion, the site of the telecom tower can become focal point. It is like a digital town square for providing services to the village. These towers provide in-site physical infrastructure, each with its own ecosystem of energy, security, etc. This can be utilized for delivering several critical services and facilities, all the places, especially the villages. These towers can extend significant benefits to the village economy, as demonstrated in several countries in Africa already. Now, the e-government and other valued services can be offered at these sites, as said before, and they include utility payments, for example, that is power, water and telecom bills, and also e-learning stations. Further, this program also aims to reach out villages to provide e-learning. For this, it has installed a learning station, kiosks, that have a preloaded educational material, and they aim at enhancing a functional computer literacy among the school children between 6 to 14 years. The ATC mobile towers are the nucleus for providing e-learning in rural areas. Tower sites are in close proximity to the community schools and schools in rural and semi-urban areas. This way, the children from these schools can use the learning solutions. The ATC experiment has led to a significant success in the area of e-learning. The same success in a replicated manner in other areas like e-governance, e-health, e-commerce as well can be implemented. Public-private partnership is going to be an important feature of the Digital India program. Currently, India has a total of 450,000 telecom towers, and only 60% of them are located in rural areas. These tracts have a poor tele density, according to the Telephone Regulatory Authority of India. We need another 60,000 telecom towers in order to achieve the goals of the Digital India program. Therefore, rural telecom remains still expensive proposition. For 60,000 additional towers to be installed in rural India, government has to provide incentives to businesses in order to make it attractive for them to invest as much as 20,000 crore rupees, that is estimated for this project. So to conclude, the telecom infrastructure companies can play a major role in eventual success of Digital India. A well-orchestrated collaboration between the government, policymakers, mobile network operators and telecom infrastructure companies is very, very crucial to the success of this venture. However, rather than imposing taxes, levies, charges and license fees on the telecom sector, the government must provide gap funding, that is, initiatives to the industries for expanding into rural locations. They also need to form a public-private partnership to initiate and manage wireless broadband pilot projects in districts in creating smart villages. While the service sector will continue to provide more opportunities, the India's next surge would come from the manufacturing sector, and it would create more jobs, incomes in both urban and rural areas. In short, the future belongs to those corporations or the companies that would have a strategy to make in India or make for India. For this, Indian companies will have to focus on relevant technologies and products. Now let us further see how the use of mobile technology can be useful in the rural areas. Mobile is going to be very convenient, easy to use and probably the most popular means of spreading awareness of government programs and also commercial transactions in rural areas also. Mobile phone is the preferred delivery medium with a focus on M-governance and M-services. The M-agriculture and M-Gram Bazaar are going to be buzzwords, and among the 7 components that have been identified, these M-governance, M-services, M-agriculture and M-Gram Bazaar are going to be very important, which will directly impact agricultural extension and marketing services. For this, the government has launched what is called a National Digital Literacy Mission. The National Digital Literacy Mission will make 10 million people digitally literate in 5 years and digitally empower at least one person in every family. This project will immensely benefit small farmers because it seeks to transform rural India into a digitally empowered knowledge economy. Further, it will provide universal phone connectivity and access to broadband in as many as 250,000 villages. And thirdly, it will extend timely services to farmers through information and communication technology. Information and communication technology through mobile has a huge potential to revolutionize our Indian agriculture. It will be in terms of raising crop productivity, profitability per unit area and resources. Several apps are now available and many more can be developed to help farmers to access authentic, accurate and timely information related to high-yielding variety seeds. There will also be production enhancing and cost minimizing farming practices. There will be efficient use of water, including the micro-irrigation system, integrated nutrient and pest management, post-harvest management practices, marketing of farmer produce in domestic and international markets, and also there will be measures to mitigate adverse impact of climate change. As a part of this Digital India program, government has taken a basic initiatives for the information communication technology that is going to be useful for the agriculture. The government has proposed a national broadband network, which will lay out a fiber optic cable across the country. It will achieve a last mile connectivity for this, and it has encouraged private operators to make services available into remote rural areas. For this, the government has committed about $4 billion to build a network to connect 250,000 villages. Government for this purpose has put in operation 3 portals. They are Farmer Portal, Kisan Call Center and M-Kisan Portal. These portals will help farmers to take informed decisions for efficient farming under varying agro-climatic conditions. Farmers this way can reach the nearest buyers and sell products directly and minimize the post-production wastages, cost and also brokers. Social media all over the country can connect buyers with the sellers directly and remove the middleman. Farmers' portals thus aim at serving a one-stop shop for farmers for accessing information on agriculture. Besides, this portal will facilitate linking the location of the farmer with the concerned National Agricultural Research Project zone to which it belongs. Facilitates the farmer to access crop-specific technical information, and it will include a package of farm practices, control of pests, diseases, dealer network for seeds, fertilizers, pesticides, farm equipment, weather advisories, etc. Strengthening IT apparatus in the states is an important component of the Digital India program, and under this program computers are provided up to the district level throughout the country, and state-specific software packages have been developed to disseminate information to farmers in the way that is needed in the context of that particular area and the state. Availability of required hardware and locally suitable software packages have been made, and this has resulted in a quick retrieval of data, dissemination of information to farmers, and also provision of farmer-centric services. NABARD, which is an important national bank related to agriculture development, has also designed agricultural portals for the farmers. Private sector, NGOs and social groups also have been using the information and communication technology in agriculture in order to supplement government's efforts, and it will result in efficient delivery of various services to the farmers. There are 2 unique methodologies and content which will help farmers access the desired services for agricultural development. One is the eChaupal. eChaupal is a business initiative by the ITC that provides internet access to the farmers. eChaupal is an innovative market-led business model which is designed to enhance the competitiveness of Indian agriculture. The ITC has established what is called ITC kiosks with computer and internet facility in villages, and they are managed by computer trained farmers, that is Sanchalaks. And they are located in his house itself, and they are linked to the internet via phone lines or by a very small aperture terminal, that is the VSAT connection. eChaupal system comprises of 3 components, namely Internet-enabled computer located at the focal point farmer, Internet connection via phone lines or a VSAT, and dedicated services through the eChaupal.com portal. Each Internet connection serves 10 villages in 5 km radius. It will reach out an average of 600 farmers. This system improves the logistics and reduces transaction costs. Finally, eChaupal will provide a link to Chaupal Sagars, which is an integrated rural service center serving 40 eChaupals each. In these Chaupal Sagars, the farmers can bring their farm produce to sell and buy seeds, fertilizers and consumer goods. The Sanchalak of the Chaupal will bear some operating costs, but in return he would earn a service fee for the e-transactions done through his eChaupal. There will be warehouse hub, and it would fulfill the critical jobs like cash disbursement, quantity aggregation and transportation. eChaupals will connect farmers with markets, and it will allow virtual integration of the supply chain. thus improving efficiencies in the traditional existing system. This way, farmers can earn a higher profit margins because they are no longer forced to sell through a middleman. ITC has a huge benefits here because it is simplified and intensified supply chain system increases businesses and profits. ITC has as many as 6,500 e-Chopwal's computer stations in 40,000 villages already, and they are serving as many as 40 lakh farmers in 10 states. According to the situation assessment of Indian farmers, only about 28% of farmers use any kind of agriculture related information, whereas about 72% of farmers do not have any source of information that can help them to adopt a latest technology, and most farmers are unable to access the credit, insurance and marketing services from the established government and other semi-government institutions. This is primarily responsible for the farmers' low crop productivity and profitability. India has the largest irrigated land, but it ranks second in terms of arable land, that is cultivable land. But still, the crop yields are 20% to 40% of the world's best levels. For marketing, small farmers have to deal with the multiple layers of middlemen. For example, as much as 70 to 85% of the farmers sell their products in the village itself to the middleman. These middlemen therefore take away about 50 to 60% of the price. Therefore, on an average, Indian farmers earn only 20 to 25% of the value paid by. The telecom policy of India aims to increase the rural tele density to 60% by 2017 and 100% by 2020. Mobile phones will be effectively used for the purposes, and they include generating, processing, transmitting, disseminating, sorting, archiving and retrieving critical information and data, and all this information will be related to agriculture. Therefore, the mobile phones are going to be omnipresent, cost-effective means to revolutionize agriculture in India. Farmers' timely access to the farm output relating to comprehensive information, right from the selection of seeds to the planting to marketing of produce in the domestic and international market, therefore, is a fundamental need for the farmer. Farmers need, therefore, information and communication technology enabled portals. They will serve many purposes. They can be developed rigorously, field tested, and they should be made available to them. To be specific, these information and communication technology enabled portals should address the areas of technology production enhancing proven crop specific technologies. These technologies could be separate for dry land and irrigated farming. They should focus on efficient use of seeds, fertilizer, water, pesticides, farm equipment and labor, and also reclamation of degraded saline and alkaline land. These portals also can provide a post-harvest services, storage, transport, processing, packaging and marketing. They will also provide institutional services such as land records, farm credit, insurance, marketing, weather information, farmer and producers organizations, market ads, and also establishing a procurement centers of the goods of the farmers. The government facilities also will be accessible in this in order to provide availability of subsidies, assistance available to mitigate effects of climate change, drought, floods, earthquakes, cyclones, and such other natural disasters which may hit the farmers.